coming through here. And as y'all can tell by the motherfucking title, motherfuckers, yo bitch is back to do another motherfucking makeup video, y'all. And y'all, if I didn't get as many comments as I did in my last rap reviews / first impressions video I did on these shits right here, my little the new MAC retro whack ass liquid lipsticks about these that I'm finna show y'all right now. Y'all, okay? Y'all were not playing. Y'all need to see these like yesterday, okay? So I promised y'all, if y'all told me if you guys wanted to see the new Milani lip shades and see all the swatches and get a first impressions, that I would absolutely do that, and y'all didn't play, okay? Y'all, almost every single fucking comment was about them damn lippies. So, without further ado, that's what we're gonna talk about today, okay? And if you guys have not checked out this damn video on the new liquid lipsticks that just recently came out from MAC, bitch, don't you go spending no motherfucking money on this shit until you watch my damn video. So I will make sure that I leave it linked down below so you can make sure you get your whole life together before you spend your hard-earned coin on this whack-ass piece of bullshit. I told y'all, don't come at me when you buy the shit and you find out exactly what the fuck I done told you in a damn motherfucking video, okay? So check out the description box down below. It will be linked down below. That was my most recent upload, okay? And it's in the playlist that you're watching right now. So it's the video right before this, okay? Anyhoodle, as you can see, this bitch right here is in her black tank top, so you know it's time to go ahead and get down to it, okay? Now, if you haven't been living under a motherfucking rock, let me give you the what's up, okay? There is an amazing liquid lipstick that just came out in this past year, and that would be the Milani Amore, or I always say Amore because I say everything in French, but I think it's the Italian way to say it, Amore liquid lipsticks that just came out this past year. They just came out a few months ago, and they came out in limited edition, okay? So when these motherfuckers came out, when I say bitch, they were selling out everywhere to the point where motherfuckers were just dying if they didn't get their hands on not one of these damn colors, okay? I happened to get a few of them before they sold out in the store. I even did a giveaway for y'all, and my girl Irene, hey boo-boo, she won those liquid lipsticks, okay? But these are the colors that I got right here, and I didn't have an opportunity to do a video on those colors, but y'all have seen plenty of videos where I've worn these colors, and if you follow me on my vlog channel, which you guys should already know this by now, which is the TheSocialiteLife TV, you'll see me wear them a lot because these are one of my absolute favorite liquid lipsticks to rock. Not only is the price point fucking amazeballs, but the formula for these lipsticks are fucking amazing, okay? So, the really good news that I have to report for those of you guys who may not know, okay, is that Milani just recently came out with 10 new motherfucking shades, okay? Not only did they come out with 10 new motherfucking shades, but these shades are now part of their permanent motherfucking collection, bitch! Look, you know what? We take a little moment of silence because
I don't think you understand how amazing these colors are. And for those of you that didn't get your hands on the first batch, at least you'll be able to get your hands on the next one.
Okay. So, down to brass tacks. Here's the deal. Y'all, with a resounding yes, wanted me to do lip swatches and give you guys a rundown of the new Amore lip paints from Milani, alright? And I actually ended up buying them just a couple of days ago. They just came to the cribbo, and so that's what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna do a first impressions, okay? And a showcasing all the lip swatches that I got for the colors that I got. Yo, bitch ended up getting, hold up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of these motherfuckers, okay? Now, here's the deal. Just to give you guys a couple of little bits of information for your own FYI, okay? Number one, when I originally bought the first set of Amore liquid lipsticks or whatever, okay? When I originally first bought them, they were $6.99 if I'm not mistaken, and I got them at Walgreens, and they sold like hotcakes. I happened to get my hands on the last couple that I could get my hands on, and then I grabbed another couple for the giveaway, okay? And then after that, I never saw them in the store again, all right? So they were $6.99 or so when I bought them. Now, Milani done said, you know what, fuck this shit, we finna finna make our motherfucking coin because we know this shit is bomb, okay? So they done raised the ante and done raised the price to $8.99, okay? So now they retail for $8.99. Now, as far as I know, they are not on any of the drugstores as of yet. I actually purchased them online. However, if I find them and I find places you can find them, I will most definitely leave links down below. Always check my description box to make sure that I haven't left everything down below. I also included the foundation and the powder and concealer and everything that I used on my face in the description box down below because I know a lot of you guys always ask what I beat my face with when I come on, and bitch, this foundation is everything, okay? So check out the description box down below. It'll have all the information on what's on my face, blush, and all of that shit, okay? The other thing about these 10 shades is the fact that these are 10 brand new shades. So the original 8 shades they came out with earlier a few months ago, the ones that I absolutely love, like Embrace, etc., those are not part of this collection. So I will leave links down below for the original colors as well, because from my understanding, I don't know that they're going to make the original 8 part of the permanent collection. Supposedly, allegedly, they're coming out with 8 more shades, okay? So there's going to be 18 total that you'll be able to get from Milani permanently, okay? But we aren't sure if the 8 shades are the 8 shades they originally came out with. So I would advise you to check out the description box, check out the links. If you're trying to get your hands on the original colors, this is the time to do it, because they may not come out with those new shades, or they may not come out with these shades in the new collection. You feel me? Okay, so y'all know the deal. I already done prepped my lips, okay? As you guys can see, they're nice and smooth. So if there's any issues with flaking or looking crustacean nation, we done already took care of that. So if that happens, it's because the formula's whack, okay? My concern with these is, number one, I just want to see that they didn't change the formula, because the original formula is so fucking amazing. Not only is it comfortable, but it is long wearing as hell. They're not as drying as a Kat Von D type lipstick, okay? But they give that nice opaque finish, and they're long lasting like the Kat Von D lipstick, but they're definitely more comfortable than the Kat Von D, okay? So I'm curious to see if they've made any changes to this formula. We're gonna definitely check out these colors. We are not gonna use lip liner, so you already know the colors aren't gonna necessarily look, I mean, they're gonna be true to color, but you know, some of these I might have to wear a liner with. A couple of these motherfuckers a bitch shouldn't have bought, you know, with my beautifully brown skin, but they looked a little different on the site, so we gonna still show the motherfuckers anyway. I'm just gonna look like a motherfucking crackhead, but either way, for those of you that are lighter skin and that can wear those colors, at least you know what these colors look like, okay? So we gonna go ahead and sacrifice our look for this, okay? Okay. So the first couple colors, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all the colors that I actually got. The first one is Cremes, okay? And basically the packaging looks pretty much identical to the original packaging. The only difference that I see is on the back. Let me give you a darker color so you guys can actually see the back of it. See the back of it right there? This right there where it has what the actual liquid lipstick is, the name of the liquid lipstick, it actually was put on the originals as a sticker, okay? So there is a difference. So if you guys are in the store and you happen to find the ones that have the sticker, these might be the original ones that you see, grab them while you can, okay? But the new ones, the difference is the new ones have it already kind of embossed or engraved or whatever on the actual tube, so it's not a sticker anymore, okay? So then you know that the ones without the sticker are the new ones that you've just recently come out with, okay? Okay, so the first one I got is Cremes. Hell if I know why the fuck I bought this bitch, okay? And yes, I bought these motherfuckers with my own motherfucking coin as per usual, okay? So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and show you the other ones here. We've got Gorgeous, which I'm so excited to try out. So we've got Gorgeous, Bam, okay? And of course, I'll be showing you on my hand as well as my lips. This right here, look, I'm showing y'all beforehand. This is Devotion, which is a beautiful red. We've also got Obsession, Bam, which is a beautiful, like, darker purple. And then we've got this motherfucker right here. Crackhead status. This is fancy, okay? So the first couple we're gonna try out are gonna be the one that's gonna have me looking like a motherfucking crackhead. And I actually want to, at the end of this, try out the... At the end of this, I'm basically going to put on the one that I want to wear the longest, because I have a few more videos to shoot today. We're going to get out in the elements, we're going to eat, we're going to drink, we're going to do whatever we got to do, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to let you guys know whether this is the same formula, whether they act the same, what I think of everything as I usually do, and we're going to go from there. Now, y'all know the deal. You already know. If you new here in this motherfucker, y'all know. Right now, you need to go ahead and subscribe. So while I go ahead and prep myself for this crackheadish lip color I'm finna put on my motherfucking face, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that thumbs up, because the bitch is about to put this shit on. So here we go. The first one we're gonna put on is Cremes, bitch. Okay, let's check for everything. Oh, they have the same scent. Okay, kind of like a buttery scent. Oh my God, they smell so good. Anyway, it's just like the original formula. Okay, so here we go. We got the usual doe foot applicator. Bam. You see how, okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and swipe that right there. You see how bright? It's like an orange, coral orange color, okay? So we're gonna leave that alone.
What the fuck was I thinking, bitch?
Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and put it on. Here we are. Okay. We got this little Oompa Loompa type color on my lips, but okay, here we go. So I haven't pursed my lips at all right? But one thing I can tell you right off the top, and this is just a quick observation, and keep in mind it can vary depending on the lighter the shade, the darker the shade, you feel me? You already know my deal with liquid lipsticks. I always like to make sure that I'm testing out not only the light colors, but the dark colors, because sometimes light colors can act a little different when they're liquid lipsticks. In this particular instance, because it is a lighter shade, this is coming across a little streaky on my lips, okay? So I had to kind of go over it a couple of times just to even get it to its full opaqueness, okay? And this is basically what it looks like. So I'm gonna come up close. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna let it marinate for a little bit, marinate in its own juices real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and see how it sets, and I'll be back. All right, so we have let this set, and it's been at least 2 minutes. Set my timer, okay? And yeah, I can already tell that there's a difference so far, at least in this particular color's formula by a long shot. Number one, it's very, very, very streaky, okay? Now, I'm gonna check the other colors to see if that happens with all the rest of them, but at least this particular color is extremely streaky, number one. Number two, the finish of this product, okay? It's super cracky, okay? I don't know if you guys can tell on my lips, and maybe you might be able to tell in the darker shades if I have the same problem with the darker shades, because it's of course trying to adjust to the light. The other thing that I'm noticing is the finish, the way that it feels on your lips. It's actually very comfortable. However, it's not that nice, powdery, finished matte that I'm accustomed to with the original formula. It's actually kind of tacky. It's actually sticky. Your lips kind of stick together a little bit. Yeah, can you see? Yeah, that's not how the original formula is. Now, I'm hoping that is only the case with this particular color because it's a lighter shade. I'm hoping it's not the case with all the rest of them. But from what I see, that when it's tacky like that, doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna last as long. And it also is gonna do exactly what it's doing right now, which is cracking like a motherfucker, okay? So far, I'm not a fan of this particular color's formula, all right? So, moving on. The next crackheadish ass color I done got, which
I promise y'all on the side it looked a little darker, and that's why I got these, okay? I promise y'all I ain't colorblind, okay?
The next shade is Fancy, okay? We're gonna go ahead and try this out. That's the lighter shade. It's that lighter pinkish purpley color. And here we go. Let's go. This is Fancy. Now, this particular one is not as streaky as the first one. However, the formula is still exactly the same. It's totally different than the original formulas for the first few that I got from Milani. So far, this is number 2 that has a completely different formula. It is giving me, I'll tell you at the end of the video. I know exactly what this is giving me. So just stay tuned for the end of the video. I want to make sure that I give the other 3 colors a fair shot because maybe it's the lighter shades. I wanted to start off with the lighter shades because I want to end with the dark shade, and then I'm going to rock that motherfucker all day, and then we're going to see if this possible new formula still stands the same test that the original 8 did, okay? So right now, this is what it looks like on the lips. No liner, okay? A little crackheadish. You know, I already know, but tacky as fuck, okay? And as you press, I'll tell you in a minute. Just let me get these other 3. We're gonna give them a shot. The next color we're gonna try is going to be Gorgeous, okay? And here's what it looks like, all right? And you know what? I never swatched the other color. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch out this right here. And that is this is, what is it, Fancy? Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch out Gorgeous. That's what it looks like on the hand. Beautiful cranberry color. That shit is gorgeous, y'all. Okay, all right, here it go. Shit, I already know what I'm gonna say about these. Y'all! Woo! I already know. I already know. Damn, Milani. So this is gorgeous on the lips, which is a beautiful cranberry shade, okay? However, it's nowhere near as pigmented as the original formula was. And what I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna show you guys these swatches, and then I'm also going to show you what the original formula looks like on the lips as well from one of these original shades. Oh my God, this is such a disappointment so far. Okay. Moving on, we're gonna switch this shit up. I ain't ever switched shit up in the middle of a motherfucking video, but this is about to turn into a battle of the brands because I truly want y'all to see the difference between both formulas so that you guys know exactly what I'm referring to when I'm seeing so many of these differences pop up every time I put a new swatch on my damn lips. Y'all know I like to give you everything from the rooter to the tutor, and I like to give y'all all the information y'all need. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch the other two out. I'm gonna wear the last one for most of the day so you guys can see whether it's a long-lasting lippy or not. And then I'm going to switch to the original formula of the lippy, okay? Just so we can see the difference between the two, and maybe I can do like a little side-by-side of a similar color so you guys can see what the finishes look like. I just want you guys to kind of know. I mean, at the end of the day, the newer ones are gonna be easier for you to get your hands on because obviously they're part of the permanent collection, but if you can get your hands on the original formulas or you already had those, you may not need to go ahead and buy these new formula ones, all right? So that's what we're gonna do with this video. So this is now officially a battle of the motherfucking brands. So let's go. Next up is Obsession, and that's the purpley shade that I got, all right? So let's go ahead and put this motherfucker on. Well, let's go ahead and swatch it first so you guys can see the color. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right, here we go. So this is Obsession on the lips. And yeah, it's a very pretty color, but I can also see the color on my lips as well. I can actually literally see right on through the lip color. So last but not least, I am rocking Devotion, okay, which is a nice blue-based red from the new collection, and that is what I have on my lips right now. So that's the last of the shades that I purchased. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rock this motherfucker the rest of the day, okay, and we're gonna see how this motherfucker holds up, all right? I pretty much know how all of these are acting. I feel and understand the formula, so I'll be able to give you a rundown of all that shit at the end of the video. However, because this has now turned into a battle of the motherfucking formulas, okay, we're gonna test out the original formula as well, since I haven't done a specific video on those lip shades, so it'll at least give you an idea of how the original formula acted versus the new formula, and then you can make an educated decision on what the fuck you wanna do and what the fuck you wanna spend your coin on, you feel me? Let's go ahead and do a kiss test on this particular shade and just see how it goes. All right, here we go. Got a tiny bit of transfer, just a tiny bit, nothing crazy, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna rock this motherfucker all day, okay? I got some videos to shoot, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna drink, we gonna get out in the elements, do our usual thiz-nye, all right? And I'm gonna come back in the next few hours and let you know what I think of this motherfucker, and then I'll show you the other ones from the original formula as well. At least I'll show you one of them so you can get a comparison between the two. I'll be back. Boom! I'm back, bitches! Y'all miss me. Okay, so here is my face after several hours of wear, okay? This is exactly what the lippy looks like after several hours without any reapplying of said product in any way, shape, or fashion. And as you guys can see, it is still there, okay? The only thing is that there is some chipping down in this area here, right where I would essentially, have a drink, and I've been drinking, I've been eating, and all that stuff. So clearly, it's actually not done too shabby, okay? But now at this point, because it's been several hours, we are getting to see some of that cracking that you typically see in matte lippies, okay? So for the sake of being fair, okay, and also making this now a battle of the formulas, okay? we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove this right here. Okay, you see how much I'm doing for you? I should just get a thumbs up because I'm doing the most, because I done already fucking took off half my lips doing all the motherfucking liquid lipstick swatches earlier. Okay, and then we about to do that motherfucker again. But I do want you guys to see the difference between the way the formula looks for both the old and the new, even if there's no chance that you can get your hands on the first one again, because you never know. What if they put it out? I don't know. You never know, but at least you informed by your girl. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put on the old formula lippy, and then we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a complete rundown with these products. Okay, so I'll be back. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swatch these two out on my hand so you can, number one, see the way that the formula looks in comparison to the other, and then I'm going to go ahead and put one of them on my lips so that you can see how it applies and why this is so different than the other ones I showed you earlier. Okay, now this is, like I said, this is for informational purposes, but just in case they decide to go ahead and come out with these 8 and not change the formula, at least you know which ones to pick. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and we're going to swatch out the new one, which is Devotion, and that's one of the swatches you guys already saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that out on my hand. Boom. Okay. Now, if you guys can see, it's a nice, it's a creamy texture, very creamy. So it's not real liquidy. It's not gonna really drip very much. I can legitimately do this and nothing's gonna come out. Okay. Right? All right. Now, if I were to do the same thing with this shit, all of it would pour out. So I'm not gonna even try because these are the originals and I love these. So I ain't letting the motherfuckers go, but there is a huge difference, okay? The wand is the same, but the application is totally different. It is much more, see? You can even tell just by the little swipe. It's much more liquidy than the other. Y'all see it dripping already? See how much of a difference is? Already, just from that swatch, okay? So, let me make sure it's not dripping everywhere. Yeah, and you can clearly see, boom. Okay, now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do without liner, typically I would use liner with any of these, okay, and all of these, but we're gonna go ahead and put this on my lips so you can see how it applies and how liquidy it is, look. Y'all see that? It's extremely liquidy to the point where you have to be very careful that it doesn't, that you apply it exactly where it needs to go. But, y'all know I've been doing this for a while, so see how liquidy that is? Look at that. All right, this is Romance on my lips, okay? Now the reason why I went ahead and put this on is because I simply want you guys to see the difference between the two formulas so you understand why it's so odd to me, okay? That they changed the formula all of a sudden out the clear damn blue sky, okay? So here's the deal. This is what it looks like, okay? Of course I wear it typically with some form of liner, but you see how beautiful it is. It's nice and opaque. The other thing you're gonna notice is the finish on it, okay? Number one, it's nowhere near cracky, okay? At all. It's a nice, smooth, powdery matte finish, okay? And the other thing about it is it's not tacky. So, like, it literally, there's no stickiness between the lips. So if you do purse your lips together after it's set, you're not gonna have that crumbling, or you're not gonna have the tackiness that's gonna lead to, of course, some of the lipstick actually coming off and not lasting as long, okay? So that's the reason why I've been kind of shocked throughout this entire process how these have all come across, because it seems as though they truly did change the formula for these new lippies, okay? That being said, now that you guys have an idea of the difference between the two, okay, let me go ahead and give you guys the rundown on these products, okay? Now we're gonna give you a breakdown of the pros and the cons, all right? And some of these cons and pros are gonna apply to a different set of these motherfuckers. So just bear with me and you will understand why in here in a second, okay? So here's the deal. All in all, these liquid lipsticks, number one, have had their entire formula changed, okay? It is a completely different formula than the first 8 that came out earlier this summer. And so truly, on some real shit, I'm a little disappointed in Milani, okay? Normally, I'm pioneering for Milani and they don't really do me wrong too often, but this motherfucking time, this bitch is disappointed than a motherfucker. Why? Because I'm all about if it ain't broke, don't motherfucking try to fix that shit. And at this point, I feel like the formula that they had, everything that I did with the first set of lippies was absolutely perfection. And they didn't need to do no kind of tampering with not damn bit of that motherfucking formula. They literally could have kept it exactly the same fucking way that it is and just came out with a new set of colors with that exact fucking same formula. For those of you guys that are out there that have gotten your hands on the first set of these, you're going to be very sadly mistaken and very disappointed when you finally do get these. If you get any one of these, you're going to be disappointed because the formula is polar opposite of what you would expect, okay? Now, that's not to say that these new Milani lip shades are absolutely horrendous. However, here are some of the pros and cons of these new lip shades, okay? Number one, from what you can see, the lighter shades, and I always buy a couple light shades to test this out, but typically lighter shades act a little funny, okay? That is exactly the case with the two light shades that I had. Number one, they crackle like a motherfucker. They crack, they settle in lines and wrinkles. They're also extremely tacky, so the minute you start to purse your lips is the minute you're gonna start to lose the longevity of said product. So if you even look to try to buy these motherfuckers, stay the fuck away from the light colors, okay? Because them motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit for you, okay? Literally, when I put the swatch on my hand, they were cracking on my hand for real, and never really set. They're very tacky, and you're gonna be very disappointed, okay? Pigmentation on the light ones are very streaky as well. Another thing to keep in mind with the lighter shades too is that even though you might think you can actually really start reapplying and adding to it because they crackle so much, and because they're so streaky, you're gonna end up looking like a gloppy mess. And honestly, on some real shit, these motherfuckers right here remind me very much of the MAC retro whack-ass liquid lipsticks that I just did a review on. They're very similar in texture. The way you apply it, the way it feels on your lips, the fact that it crackles and all that other bullshit, you guys know this link is down in the description box. Very similar to how the fuck these two acted. So for real,
stay the fuck away from the light shades. I'm not playing. Don't come crying to me if you try.
Now, as far as the darker shades that I showed you guys, okay, these seem to behave a lot more, okay, and they definitely have more of that longevity that you're looking for liquid lipsticks. However, the one that I was the most disappointed with was Obsession, and that's that beautiful purpley shade, okay? With this one, you're gonna have to really reapply. The one good thing about that is the fact that even with this new formula that they did with these lipsticks, with these darker shades, you actually can reapply coat upon coat and not look like a cakey ass mess. So the lighter shades, stay the fuck away from that shit with regard to putting the additional coats, but with these you actually can. So even after a while of me having to additionally applied the Obsession to my lips, even though it wasn't what I really wanted it to be, you could still fuck with this shit and be okay. Now, these aren't as streaky at all as the lighter shades, okay? And these seem to behave, like I said, better than the lighter shades, and they seem to have that longevity you're looking for. The only thing is, like I said, they very much remind me of the MAC retro whack-ass lipsticks. Very soft to the touch. It's more of a creamy textured formula that's all throughout all of these, and it's a lot more tacky to the lips. That being said, it's not gonna last as long as this particular lippy will, because the tackier it gets, the more it's gonna grab onto things like straws and cups, and even grabbing onto your own lips. Every time I would purse my lips together, them motherfuckers were damn near shut because they would stick together. That's not going to make the lipstick last as long, and it's going to cause cracking, etc. Even though the other one did okay, you could tell right up and through here when I showed you earlier that it was cracking, and that's from just it sticking together. Does that make sense? All in all, I don't know why the fuck Milani fucked up this formula. Like, this was incredibly disappointing. I honestly, for real, thought that this was not going to be a review, that this was truly going to just be a swatch video, first impressions, you know, just a showcasing of the swatches, and we were going to keep it pushing because it was going to be the exact same formula as the original. I'm really disappointed at that shit because honestly, on some real, for any of you guys that actually got your hands on the originals, when you try any one of these, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Look, what I would advise is, for those of you guys that got your hands on the original set, you don't need to even bother going out and trying to buy these motherfuckers. Number one, they ain't limited edition, so they'll be sitting there forever. They're part of the permanent collection, okay? Maybe they might change and get the additional 8 and keep the original formula. Maybe if they get enough feedback from customers saying that this shit is different than the first set. I I don't know, okay? But if you got the original set, stick with the original set, okay? Because if I had known, I wouldn't have bought all these motherfuckers, okay? Now, for those of you guys who didn't get the original set, you might think that these motherfuckers are gold, okay? But you are definitely not gonna like the lighter shades. So stay the fuck away from the lighter shades. Don't go buying them like Cremes and all the other motherfucking shit when I told your motherfucking asses to stay the fuck away from that shit. But if you want to give yourselves something to try of the colors, I would most definitely say try the darker shades of the bunch. See which one you like. They've also gone up in price to $8.99, which again is not the worst price point that it could be. Shit, we done bought L'Oreal products, and y'all know it's a drugstore brand, but that shit is expensive than a motherfucker too. There's liquid lipsticks out here that are far worse, that are a lot more expensive than these. So the price point isn't that bad, even though it's still $2 more. They done changed the formula to a worse formula, in my personal opinion. However, at the end of the day, they're not bad, okay? It's not the first thing that I would gravitate towards. I probably won't be rushing to wear these motherfuckers for real because I have the originals. So for those of you guys who have the originals, keep them shits. Don't bother with these motherfuckers for real, okay? And for those of you guys that want to try and see if you like it, try it out, maybe get one or two, but stick to the darker shades, okay? Outside of that, we're gonna just stick to the ones that I love, which are the originals, like the motherfucking lippy that I got on my shit right now, bitch, okay? So, anyway, make sure y'all check out the links down below. I will leave as many links as I can down below of where you can find them. And if I can get my hands on where you can find the original formula, I will leave those links down below in the description box, as well as everything that I'm wearing on my face. And y'all know what to do. Make sure you guys comment down below. Holla at your girl. Let me know if you guys check these out. If you guys have actually gotten the original formula and tried out the new ones, and if you guys noticed the difference that I did, let me know down below. Let me know if any of you guys actually got the original formula and are going to probably abstain from getting the new ones, or if any of y'all are just gonna rush out to get the new ones. Holla at your girl down below. And also make sure to let me know if there are any additional Battle of the Brands, first impressions, rapid reviews you guys want me to do, foundations, lippies, whatever the case may be. Leave those comments down below. Of course, you gotta thumbs up this video by default because your girl went through everything under the sun, and this is gonna be a lot of footage for me to edit. So thumbs up this shit, bitch, okay? And if you haven't subscribed yet, bitch, what the fuck are you waiting on, okay? We have fun up in this motherfucker. Subscribe up in this bitch, okay? And you already know what to do as always. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page and my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.com, and hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, everywhere, wherever the fuck. Instagram at SocialiteSandy, Sande. And you already know I love y'all. And I'm losing my motherfucking voice. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.